So, welcome to the How to Not Gain a Stone Over Christmas PowerPoint presentation. So, what we'll start off by saying is that we want you to enjoy your Christmas with no guilt. A lot of people over Christmas binge out on food, alcohol, they just go a little bit crazy, and they usually feel really guilty at the time, or especially in January, they'll feel really guilty, and that's the last thing we want when it comes to eating, drinking, or socialising. So if you follow these steps, you'll likely feel less guilty because you've worked hard leading up to, say, the social occasion, or you've worked hard leading up to Christmas. Less guilt means you'll feel happier and ultimately enjoy it more. If you don't follow this advice, you'll likely feel guilty for what you consume, and that doesn't make the experience enjoyable. So you've sort of got a few choices over Christmas. You can go into Christmas like trying to maintain what you've done, keep training, eating healthy, being a little bit more restricted in the week to help at the weekend. Or you can go into Christmas think, oh, sack it, like let's just enjoy Christmas and I'll go again in January. My personal opinion is I think you should go with more of the first one, just so it doesn't make January a lot harder. You want to go into Christmas feeling positive and not feeling like you've gone back a few steps. So to lose weight and reduce body fat, it's all about calories in versus calories out. However, at Christmas, this changes quite dramatically. So calories in increases because Christmas parties, buffet food has a lot of high calorie foods, more alcohol, it's Christmas mindset where people just think, sack it, I'll just go and do what I want. If you can't do it at Christmas, when can you do it? There's just more chocolate around you, so there's more temptation. There's more social occasions. So all in all, the calories in increases. Calories out decreases though. So obviously because the weather's colder, the nights are darker, and enthusiasm is generally a little bit lower. You're more hungover, so it means that you want to do less activity. Social occasions get in the way of training. We're generally sat down more, like especially if we're socialising, or we're just sort of, especially if it's been winter, we're generally sat down a lot more. And also like your enthusiasm to go out and train, or even just to exercise, or just to do some steps, is reduced because, well, it's Christmas, it's winter, it's cold, so a lot of people just want to do nothing. All in all, this adds up to potential weight gain, as the extra calories will likely be stored as body fat. But what can we do about it? And over this presentation, I'm hoping that we can, I can help you have a little bit more direction, a bit more of a plan of what you need to be doing. So there's 5 or 6 points. First one we're going to say is to keep up with your training. So don't let your training suffer because of your social life. Just get yourself in, train as normal, do at least 2 sessions, but don't let your training suffer because of your social life. Plan to come into another session if you miss one. You've got almost 20 sessions to choose from over the week, different time slots. So if you can't get into 2 or 3 of them, then I think you really need to make more effort to try and get into one of those sessions. So if you do miss a session for whatever reason, make sure you find another time when you can come in and train. Your body will need the training now more than ever so that we don't gain weight. So obviously, if we are exercising more, then that's going to help with any weight gain. Obviously, if we're eating more food but we're exercising less, then it's going to be a little bit harder. So just make sure that you're still training, because it's important now more than ever. If possible, even try and increase your sessions. So the fit sessions are ideal for this due to the high intensity of the sessions, the high calorie burning. So I think it'd be ideal if you could up your sessions, ideally. And if the gym isn't open, say if it's the weekend or if it's a different time, then we have home-based workouts on the website. So I'll tell you now, the website is benchmarktrainingfacility.com. If you go to the VIP area, and then it's the password is benchmark123, and then if you go down to home workouts. So yeah, bottom line, keep up with your training. If possible, try and do more. So second point is to try and increase your daily activity. So the bottom line is, like I said in the first part, is that we are consuming more calories. So if we don't do something with them, then we're likely going to store a little bit more as body fat and gain a little bit more weight. So increase your daily step goal by a few thousand. So I would say to try and aim for at least 12 to 15,000 steps per day. Most people should be doing at least 10,000 steps anyway, but 12 to 15,000 would be better, just to increase your steps to allow for the extra calories you're consuming. Can you walk to places? Can you get the stairs? Can you get outdoors instead of sitting in? Can you ever catch up with friends during a walk instead of going out for food or drinks? These little things over the next few weeks can make a massive difference. But not just even now, like just going forwards generally, like if you can do these things more, you're going to keep body fat lower. And also, walking 10,000 steps per day will burn a lot of calories. You might even find that due to the amount of energy you actually burn from walking, or just like general day-to-day activities like tidying up, or like doing any housework, or walking up steps, walking up hills, you might find that this will actually burn more calories over the space of a day than normal workout would. So yeah, keep your activity levels, your daily activity levels up. So, so this is sort of like a plan to do before. So it's Tuesday today. If I know that I'm going out on Saturday, we want you to be a little bit stricter leading up to then. If anything, cut back a little bit. If you know that it's going to be quite a heavy meal, or you're going out for quite a few drinks. So try and eat on plan beforehand. So if you know you're out at the weekend, then make sure your days leading up to the outing are strict and on plan. We don't recommend to be strict all the time, but like at times like this, when you know you're going to be eating, drinking more, it is important to just be a little bit stricter. Train at least twice and make sure you hit at least 12,000 steps every day, including the day of your outing. That's super important. So to make sure that you're doing it on the day of your outing more than anything, because that's when you're going to be eating more, drinking more. So you need to be making sure that you're super active on that day. Train at least 12, and I think that's pretty much that. You just need to make sure that you're just a little bit strict leading up to the social occasion, and then also because you've restricted yourself a little bit, you'll likely enjoy what you have at the weekend because you know that you've sort of worked for it a little bit more. Okay, so eating out. So this is during while we're out. Sometimes there isn't just no other option if you're at a social event. So here's sort of what you need to follow. So if you're going like your works do and there's a buffet, avoid all the beige food. Look to have food which is colourful. Make sure your plate is filled with veg, meats, fish, eggs, and just try and stay away from the pasta, baked food, breads. Just try and do that because these foods, the pastas, the baked foods, the bread, this is all calorie dense. And we just want to stay away from that as much as possible. Whereas this, it's eggs, fish, meats, all high in protein. They're going to make you feel fuller. Veg is full of fibre, so it's going to make you feel fuller. So most important thing is when you're out is to look for colourful foods and going for veg, meats, fish, and eggs. When you're at the restaurant, this is a good little thing to do, is if you know that you're going out on, let's say, Saturday night again, you know that you're going out and you know what restaurant you're going to, plan ahead and look at the menu online so you know what to choose from and it doesn't end up in a panic purchase when you get there. So if you know you're going out to a restaurant on Saturday, have a look at the menu online, and then that way you've got a bit more of an idea of what is on the menu then. So the next one is only choose one of the three. So alcohol, desserts, or starters. Only one of these three. Okay, choose to have only one of them when you're out. And little things like, can you share a dessert or can you share a starter? Instead of having it, it's said that the first few bites or the first few sort of sips of something are the most enjoyable, and anything after that it's like a little bit more dimmed down. So if you can share a dessert, share a starter, then great. If you're gonna have a drink, just don't go crazy. You just got to think to yourself, like, if you know you've got a lot of social occasions coming up, just don't drink like a lot at all the social occasions. And skipping a meal on the day of your outing to reduce your overall calories for that day. So if you know that you're going out in the evening, in the morning, just skip breakfast, have a coffee, and then just have your lunch, and then probably have something. Well, obviously, if you're going out for a meal, you'll have your dinner there, but just have lunch, maybe have like a snack, like mid-afternoon. Again, something that's colourful, high in veg, high in protein, will do the job. So the idea of this is just to reduce calories for the overall day, so that when you go out in the evening, you can just have a little bit more. And then, so on the day of it, make sure that you do at least 15,000 steps. I know in the last one I said to do 12,000 steps, but on the day of your outing, literally 12 to 15,000 steps, that is important. Or just get in and train. Or if you can't train, have a look on the website, do a home workout. Do something that's going to sort of burn just some more calories. And again, when you're out, just try and skip the carbs, bread, chips, pasta. Just try and skip them, basically. Do you need them? Here's the question you've got to ask when you're doing it. Okay, so the day after, the night before. So you're likely going to be hungover, or if you just had a couple of drinks and you feel okay, then you should be all right. But either way, try and get outdoors and get some calories burnt. Get out in the fresh air. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to get some energy burn, so it's going to make it a little bit easier. Avoid sitting down and feeling sorry for yourself, which I was doing on Sunday after our Christmas do. But yeah, just try and avoid sitting down and feeling sorry for yourself. Just get yourself out, get yourself moving. And even if you get out and when you get home you still feel like tired or hungover, at least you know you've gone out and done something. And it'll help you sleep better in the evening as well. And then just make sure you eat what you normally eat. So if it's a Sunday morning, don't go eating like super high calorie fry up or something. No wrong with having like bacon or eggs or something, but just don't go mad on it. Don't go mad on the bread and everything else. Just try and eat what you would normally eat, and just don't go for hangover foods like crisps or chocolate or biscuits. Just try and, because the temptation's going to be there to eat more of that, but just don't go for that. We're just trying to stop as much sort of damage as possible. Pretty obvious point, and this should sort of apply all year round, is to avoid unnecessary foods. So calories, just avoid the unnecessary ones like the biscuits and the chocolate in the office. That is going to be it's going to be increased so much over these coming weeks, and leading into January as well. It's just going to be in the house more. So just like I said there, chocolate around the house, out of sight, out of mind. Just get rid of it. It doesn't need to be there. If it's there, you'll eat it. If it isn't there, you're not going to eat it. Can you have one less drink? Do you always need to go and have more alcohol? Can you have one less drink? Could you maybe have something that's a little bit stronger, but using like diet sodas with spirits that are going for like beers or wine? Can you go for like a slimline drink with a spirit instead? Just make sure if you do that, you don't have like triple the amount, because that's just stupid. Because that would mean that you're drinking less, but you're drinking less calories per drink, but then also you're drinking more drinks, which is just backwards. That's not good. Like I said before, just think to yourself, do I really need it? Do I want this? Or am I having it because it's there? 9 times out of 10, you are literally having it because it's there. If you're hungry, your mind will tell you to go and eat, or to go and find food. Whereas if you're looking at food and you're thinking, am I hungry? 9 times out of 10, you are not hungry. Okay. To summarise, like I say, it's calories in versus calories out. Just make sure that you are keeping your steps up, you're training, you're exercising. Keep the energy output high and just keep the energy input lower. So if we can keep energy output up with more steps, training, exercise, and keep energy input down, unnecessary calories, drinks, like your breads, pastas, like bakery goods, buffet, if you can keep all that lower, then you're gonna reduce the amount of weight that you put on. You might even lose weight because you're making more effort this time of year. So if you have any questions, please comment on this post and let me know.